name is Erica Oswalt. I'm a key spouse for the 432nd OSS, and I'm also an RTA for the resiliency program. My husband and I were stationed at Cannon, but he was actually at Holloman when my whole story started. I went to Cannon to get our whole life set up. I was starting to just make friends and get excited about it. My mom actually lives in Amarillo, Texas, which is about an hour away. So I applied and got accepted into a student nurse program at the VA that she works at. So once a week I was traveling to Amarillo, and I was staying with them and then going to work, and we'd ride together and things like that. So my first day on the floor as a student nurse, I woke up at 5 o'clock ready to go run, take care of myself, and everything was off. Okay, I couldn't think of any words, and I knew that something was wrong because I couldn't get my iPhone open. So I went to the kitchen and I tried to make myself breakfast, and I ended up setting the toaster on fire. So I couldn't think. My brain was being starved of oxygen, and I just felt lost in my parents' home. So I went to the mirror and I looked at myself. I could see this side was kind of drooping, and I thought, I think I'm having a stroke. And I just tried to say my name, and the only thing that would come out was, I don't know. So I'm looking at myself and I'm crying, saying, I don't know, trying to just say my name. So my mom was actually in the shower at the time. We're about to go to work, and I walked in and I was very calm, and I opened the shower door and I said, I don't know. And I just started really crying. And we both looked at each other. We knew, I'm having a stroke right now. So my mom, being a nurse for about 30 years, got me to the hospital in about 9 minutes. So we were there. They took us right back, and all of the doctors were just in disbelief. No way, this 24-year-old girl is having a stroke. So they gave me a hospital gown and a cup to pee in, and they said, go change. You're gonna be a patient for a while. And I went to the bathroom and I sat behind the door. I kind of just, went to the floor holding this hospital gown, and I thought to myself, no way I'm gonna be a patient today. No way I'm gonna be a patient. And so I actually went straight back out. I carried it back to the nurse, and I just gave it to her. And she put in my file non-compliant. And I think that is where my whole life changed. Absolutely, I'm non-compliant. I'm not gonna be a victim to this. The hospitalist actually came down to see me, because obviously this is a really big case. I'm 24, I'm having a stroke. Nobody believed it. So he came into the room, and I thought, when I read his coat, because he had a big white coat, it said hospitalist. And I thought that it said hospice, so I lost it. I thought, this is it. I'm gonna die today, because the hospice doctor came to see me. So I'm in this bed, I'm hee-haw cry, not a pretty cry. It's just, everything is coming out, because I think I'm gonna die. I'm never gonna be able to tell my husband that I love him again. Obviously, I couldn't call him. He's at Holloman, he's not there, it's just my mom. And this doctor is we're gonna see what's going on in your brain, right now. So they wheel me down to the MRI room, and I'm sitting there huddled up, still crying. And I thought to myself, this is stupid. Why am I crying? If I'm gonna die today, I'm gonna go out with a smile. I'm gonna go out me. So dried it up, and everything was okay. Right then and there, I thought, I'm just gonna take it as it comes. If I'm gonna die, I'm gonna die. So I went to the MRI machine. We found out, obviously I've had a stroke. It's gonna get better as time goes on. But ever since then, the nurse said, you're not compliant, you gotta change. Completely changed my life. No, I don't have to. Not at all. So I went to the neurology floor, and we started recovery from that moment that we found out that I was having a stroke. I couldn't feel my right hand for, I think, the first day. So everything that I could, I tried to put it in my right hand. So if I had to take a drink, I took it with my right hand. If I tried to eat, I was doing it with my right hand. I tried to put on makeup, which was scary. It was definitely one of those moments where I'm golly, my smile is awkward and my mascara was all over my face. I'm pretty sure I put it on my eyebrows. So it was a moment, but anything that they gave me, that they're this is gonna take recovery, or you may never get this back. I'm I'll show you. I'll show you I'm gonna get it back. And if I don't get it back today, I'm gonna get it back tomorrow. That's how fast it's gonna be. And I just had this spirit of like conquering this stroke. And that's what I carried on from it. My family was actually pivotal in this whole recovery. We didn't let it affect us at all. We were laughing, we were playing spoons at the hospital. I stayed there for 5 days. We played spoons like as often as we could. We laughed about things. Once my words started coming back online a couple days later, my brain would substitute words for what I was trying to say. So I know at one point I called a hot dog like a bird sparrow or something like that. I mean, it was something really random. And my family just laughed, and that's how I got over it. Like, humor is definitely my coping mechanism, so we just laughed about things like that. We don't actually know why I have strokes. I'm really healthy, I run, I take care of myself. Everything that we've tested for has come back negative or normal. They don't know why. I'm perfectly healthy, just so happen to have strokes. So it's always in the back of my mind, especially when I'm carrying another life. I think, is this really selfish of me? Is this something that I should be doing? Obviously, it happens, and it just happens. But it is always in the back of my mind. We actually have started having seizures because of the scar tissue in my brain. So we're working with that now. We're working with a neurologist team on base, and then my specialist over at Desert Perinatal to make sure that the baby's healthy and is gonna come. So we're excited about it, but yes, it's always going to be a part of my life. It will always be in the back of my mind as I'm reading to my kids, as I'm making them, responsible gentlemen in life. Yeah, it could happen, and that's something that I take with me and I take very seriously. Is something that I'm saying edifying you? Is it inspiring you? Is it necessary? Because this could be my last word that I say to you. That's a very powerful thing to carry with you through life. I don't know what your struggle is, and I don't know what you're dealing with in your own life, but for me, and the message of hope that I want portrayed in this story is, you're not a sick person either. You can make the choice to be a victim of your situation or to be resilient through it. And I have faith in you that you can do that for sure. If I can do it, anybody can do it.